I'm Brian.
And I'm Scott. And this is the Last Call Review Show. Today we got something a little closer to home. It's made in Chicago, Illinois, right below us. It's by Goose Island Beer Company. It's an imperial stout called the Bourbon County Coffee Stout. Well, yeah, Bourbon County brand coffee stout. I was close. On ratebeer.com, which is usually what we go through, the last couple episodes we looked at Beer Advocate, but it's rated 100. Now, we've had just regular Bourbon County. They also had that at a beer tasting the weekend before we started the show. Have you ever had this coffee stout?
Once, like probably a couple years ago. I don't remember how it exactly tastes.
Let's see what we
this
got
is the first
here.
time. This is probably my first time popping the bottle on one of these.
This is 12.6% alcohol on the bottle here. I'll just kind of read the description here. Every day, Goose Island smells the wonderful coffee roasting next to our brewery at Chicago's Intelligentsia Coffee and Tea. This world-class roaster put the same passion and skill into their coffee as Goose Island does it with its beer. This excellent stout is made with a different coffee from our friends next door each year. With the change in coffee comes a change in flavor profile, making each release truly unique from previous years. So basically, we are just getting this year's version. Well, it says 2014, so we're getting the 2014 version. It looks like it's... the first bottle was made in spring 2010. I actually have a list if you guys are interested in the different coffees from different years. So, I mean, if you find one from a different year. Now, I don't know if it says somewhere on the bottle. We'll look in a second what coffee from Intelligentsia they have. In 2010, the bottles had the Black Cat coffee in it. We'll just go through the bottles because they also have draft, but obviously we're not going to find draft beer from 2010. So 2010 was Black Cat. And also they did, well, in 2011 they did something I can't even pronounce, Anhilanaka. I probably butchered the shit out of that. They did La Tortuga, which in Spanish that means turtle, just because I know my Spanish. 2013 El Diablo. No, that's draft. I guess they didn't, it doesn't look like they have a bottle list here for 2013. No, they do. Los Immortales, the Immortals. So, it doesn't have a 2014 listed, but I don't know if it says it on here. It does say Intelligentsia, Zircana, coffee beans. Doesn't say what kind of coffee from that shop it was made with, unless the Zircana coffee beans are specific to one. I have never personally been to that coffee shop, but I do like coffee, so I would like to go there at some point. If you want to go ahead and open that up. The last two have both been bourbon barrel aged, and is this one? I know it's Bourbon County, but I don't know if that specifically means it's made in a bourbon barrel.
If you, from the last video, if you actually want to compare KBS from the Sunday Stout, I actually drank last year's. My brother says it tastes better with last year's.
Last year's KBS?
Yeah, last year because you gotta let it age or something. It tastes better when it's aged. I actually have some KBS from this year. I haven't tried it yet. But.
So I really think this one is interesting right off the bat because they do use a different coffee every year, so it has a different taste every year. Again, like the last one, if you want to show them after you're done pouring, it is pretty dark, as for all of these that we've had so far. This one's pretty much pitch black.
They said actually for tasting this beer, you gotta use a sniffer, and that's what I have. That's guys from Dark Day.
I wish I knew what coffee. It doesn't really say what coffee was used in this. Oh, I wonder if their website would tell. If you want to talk about Bourbon County, like the regular Bourbon County beer compared to what you smell so far from this one, I'll try and see what I can find here.
I know you want to smell coffee and the other one, 'cause I don't think the other one's coffee is just plain. This is a coffee one. They actually had a vanilla one this year, which I tried to get I went high up in low, went to Madison and all over Madison. My brother's girlfriend family lives there, so I couldn't get that. If you have one, I would more glad to trade with some beers, maybe, possibly.
Man, they make you show your birth date for just to log into a beer website.
I don't know if I'll trade any Dark Lord with it, but if you want some, spot a out for it. If you're not from Wisconsin,
okay,
if you want to trade with that.
So the Zircana for the 2014 release, since they haven't released the 2015 yet, that Zircana from Rwanda, which is in Africa, is what's this is. What is specifically for this from Intelligentsia. So, the Zircana beans I spoke of earlier that were stated on the bottle there, that's basically what this coffee is.
And I never have the coconut Bourbon County either. I heard that's good too. Never had. I've seen that a lot at Dark Lord on the floor. Only seen 2 vanillas on the floor. Wish I had them, but
you can definitely smell the coffee, but it's not like a strong coffee taste like that last the Sunday Stout.
Yeah, Sunday Stout.
Sunday morning Stout. So we figured out what kind of coffee this one is. I mean, you can get the coffee taste and smell off the last one, but it isn't specific like this one. It even tells you what kind of coffee they used, which I think is pretty awesome. You want to give this a taste?
Tastes coffee.
Yeah.
Tastes alcohol.
Now, me personally, I've never had Zircana beans to compare this to, but it tastes really good. We both enjoy coffee too. I mean, so that helps when enjoying any stout. Really, I mean, a lot of them have that coffee taste. So, what do you think of this?
I like it. And actually, when I was at Dark Lord, they actually had Dark Matter there you could purchase, and I bought some. Had some today.
Dark Matter coffee, right?
Yeah. And I actually had some of it this morning, and it was delicious.
I think this is a beer I could look for year after year to see what kind of coffee they used in there. I don't know. So we got our answer on what kind of coffee it was, at least. I really like that they use Intelligentsia Coffee is a pretty well-known place. I mean, I like that they teamed up with another place that they said is right next door, which is really cool. What do you think you would rate this one? You can take another sip if you want.
I rate this a 9. I like it.
9?
A 9. That's the highest I've rated a beer.
I'm trying to decide what I'm
trying to find the coffee.
No. Let's see. I was just making sure my Spanish was correct. Anyways, I gave that last one a 9.5, but I think I actually like that a little bit more. I'd give this one probably an 8.5, which is a full point behind that.
Yeah.
But I was debating between an 8.5 and a 9 while I was sitting here spacing out. Let me take another sip before I make it final here. Now we're on the road to the Dark Lord. Next up is actually the Dark Lord. So, I'm gonna go with a 9 actually.
A 9?
Yeah, just a little bit behind that because I like it better than that first one, but I don't like it as much as that last one. And a 10 is really hard to come by for me. And yeah, it's either an 8.5 or a 9. I'm just gonna blend them together and say 8.7, just because I don't know if it should be a 9, but I feel like it should be above an 8.5 for whatever reason. So next is the Dark Lord. It's your Dark Lord, so I didn't want to impose, but it's from 2013, right?
Yeah, if I'm wrong...
Are you going to unbottle it, too, in front of them?
Yeah, if I'm wrong, it's orange wax. If I'm wrong, you could comment and correct me. But I'm pretty sure orange is 2013.
And definitely, as always, if you watch these videos and you think you know of a beer that we should try or should be shown on the show, or liquor, you can let us know.
Or if we can't get it.
If we can't get it, I mean, and you have it, you can send it to us. We would appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, for information like that, just send us a message.
Or if we can't get any beer that we have, we can buy it and then we could trade.
There you go. You're the one that has the beer sitting away aging and stuff like that. I buy a beer, I'm way too excited. I gotta drink it. I can't let it age.
If you would bought that, you would have opened it already.
I don't know. It depends on how expensive it was.
$50.
$50. I don't know.
Yeah, it's $50.
I would have been pretty excited, but I might have let it sit for like a month.
I scratched it off and I showed her to you. She's like, "You want?" I was like, "Yes." I was amped about the dark one, and they pointed me over there. I'm like, "I want the coffee." If they had a vanilla, I would have got the vanilla, but I'm lucky me and my brother's girlfriend got the coffee, and then my brother, he actually had Group C. He won too, and his friend won, so when they wanted to get it, all the coffee is gone, so I was kind of glad that I got the coffee.
Okay, as always, please subscribe, give us a like, stuff like that. We appreciate it. We'll take anything we can get, definitely leave a comment, let us know what we should drink, what we should try out on the show. We'll give you a shout out and say it was, your idea. That's the least we can do. We appreciate everybody that watches the videos. Next up is a Dark Lord from 2013. So stay tuned.
Cheers.